A fortress of solitude has been built, beautiful but impenetrable. Invitations are declined so often that people simply stopped asking. There is more comfort found in fictional characters than in real humans. The standard for worth my energy has become impossibly high. Social interaction often feels like a battery-draining chore. Waiting for the perfect friend usually means waiting for someone who doesn't exist. There is an expertise in canceling plans at the very last minute. It feels like independence, but it's actually avoidance. Often, silence is mistaken for arrogance. Vulnerability with others has become a forgotten language. People are judged before a hello is even spoken. There is an addiction to the safety of a predictable routine. Thinking no one understands leads to explaining nothing at all. I am too busy is a lie told to avoid the effort of connection. Friendships are treated like transactions rather than connections. The digital world just feels safer than the real one. Fear of rejection leads to rejecting everyone else first. Life is being observed, not participated in. Expecting friends to be mind readers is a recipe for disappointment. The silence is peaceful until it becomes deafening. Past social awkwardness replays in the mind like a horror movie on repeat. It feels like everyone else got a secret instruction manual for life. Being invisible has become too comfortable. Emotional walls are so high they block out the sun. I am fine is the only answer given, even when drowning. Waiting for others to initiate contact only leads to hurt when they don't. It's assumed people are criticizing when they are just living their lives. Craving deep connection without the patience for small talk. Having online followers is confused with having real friends. Sarcasm becomes a shield to keep people at a safe distance. The certainty of loneliness feels safer than the uncertainty of rejection. People are kept at arm's length to avoid getting hurt again. There is a secret belief of being too unique for normal friendships. The relief of cancelled plans is the favorite feeling of the week. Life is watched through a one-way mirror. The social battery dies before even leaving the house, expecting friendship to be like a movie, instant and effortless. Potential friendships are sabotaged before they can disappoint. True interests are hidden, fearing they might be seen as weird. Finally realizing that solitude and loneliness are two different things. The belief is that being yourself will scare people away. Every text message is overthought until it feels safer not to send it. Social energy is treated like a currency one is too poor to spend. A comfort zone has been built that has turned into a cage. Productivity is prioritized over people, leaving no room for connection. Assuming everyone is busy leads to never reaching out. Acting indifferent covers up caring too much. Waiting for a magical moment where friendship just happens. The art of simply hanging out with no agenda has been lost. Fear of being too much leads to becoming nothing at all. Comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Using introvert as an excuse to avoid all human contact. Asking for help is seen as a sign of weakness. High standards for others, but forgiving nothing in oneself. Feeling safer in the world of books or movies than in reality. Ghosting people happens because saying no feels too scary. Finding reasons not to go has become an expert skill. Trying to be mysterious just comes across as distant. Waiting for the right time to reconnect, but it never comes. To have a friend, one must first be one. Independence is worn like armor, but it is actually heavy. Silence is read into until it sounds like rejection. Running on the hamster wheel of busy avoids the feeling of loneliness, trying to sculpt the perfect friend instead of accepting a real one. It takes a week to recover from just one night out. The highlight of the day is taking off the social mask. Listening to everyone, but sharing nothing of yourself. Walking on eggshells even when no one is watching. You hug your Wi-Fi router more than you hug people. Texts are analyzed like a detective solving a crime. A no-entry fort is built out of insecurities. Living in the nostalgia of past friendships prevents making new ones. Sitting on a swing, waiting for someone to push. Organizing life perfectly to avoid the chaos of people. Commitment is run away from like it is a monster. Every interaction is dissected until a flaw is found. Always the therapist, never the patient. A smile is sewn onto the face so no one asks questions. The emotional weather is checked before stepping outside, shouting into an echo chamber and wondering why it repeats. Feelings are kept in a jar on a shelf labeled "Do Not Open." Plants get watered more than relationships. Feeling like a tourist in the land of friendship, just passing through. Personality is edited to be palatable, and then resented, believing that just existing is a burden to others. Waiting for permission to speak that never comes. Hiding behind logic avoids feeling messy emotions. Compliments are treated like suspicious packages. You are the CEO of Overthinking Incorporated. Solitude is often confused with superiority. Life is filtered until it looks perfect but feels empty. There is an allergy to vulnerability. Hobbies are cultivated that require zero other people. A collector of acquaintances, not friends. Acting busy looks important, but it's really just hiding. Fear of silence leads to filling it with podcasts. Leaving the party without saying goodbye. The classic Irish exit. Assuming everyone is happier is a dangerous trap. Time is guarded like a dragon guards gold, realizing that the only person keeping you lonely is you. That social battery feels more like a tiny watch battery. A resting bored face pushes people away without meaning to, expecting friends to chase, but they just stop running. Finding the one annoying thing about a person has become a habit. Being busy is used as a status symbol. Fear of intimacy is really a fear of losing control. Small talk seems fake, so nothing is said at all. Waiting for the perfect time to text back turns into never. Secretly proud of independence, but lonely too. Judging people for being needy when they are just being human. Assuming everyone is hanging out without you. Asking how are you, and meaning it has been forgotten. The apartment is treated like a bunker against the world. Thinking being low maintenance is a virtue, but it is just isolation. There is an addiction to the control of being alone. Fear of being known leads to staying a mystery. Plans are cancelled because bed is more appealing than people. Thinking it is protecting peace, but it is building a prison. Friends are expected to be telepathic. Vulnerability is the price of admission for connection. The belief is that if people really cared, they would try harder. You are allergic to group chats and silence them immediately. Thinking you are observing humanity, but really just judging it. Free time is treated like a sacred ritual for one. Fear of being the backup friend leads to becoming no one's friend. Laughing without sarcasm has been forgotten. Assuming everyone is fake leads to trusting no one. Waiting for a friend who is exactly the same is a waiting game. Solitude feels superior to shallow socializing. A beautiful life has been built that no one visits. I am tired is used as a permanent excuse. Awkward silences are feared more than death. Protecting energy turns into hoarding it. Analyzing the return on investment of every hangout. An expert at being alone in a crowd. The phone acts as a shield against eye contact. The simple joy of sharing a meal has been lost. Being mysterious might seem cool, but it is just lonely, expecting friends to read between the lines of silence. Friendship is a verb, not a noun. Reaching out first feels like looking desperate. A digital life has been curated that is prettier than the real one. Thinking you are too mature for fun. People's grammar is judged more than their character. Sarcasm deflects genuine compliments. Waiting for a perfect apology that will never come. Being alone feels deep and intellectual. Terrified of small talk about the weather. Compromising on dinner plans has been forgotten. Asking what do you do is boring, but nothing else is asked. Assuming everyone is fake happy on social media. New people are treated like suspects in a crime. An expert at finding reasons to leave early. Thinking the heart is being protected, but it is just shrinking. Confusing boundaries with walls. Expecting friends to be available 24/7 or not at all. Judging people's taste in music as a personality test. Thinking being busy makes one important, rejecting yourself first to avoid rejection from others. Connection requires courage. A pet's social life gets prioritized over your own. I am saving money becomes an excuse to avoid cheap coffee dates. Thinking you are too old to make new friends. Being the main character in a movie nobody is watching. Vulnerability is treated like a weakness to be eradicated. A PhD in holding grudges. Thinking everyone else is basic, addicted to the safety of the known, confusing standards with impossibility. Waiting for the right vibe that never appears, thinking it is being selective, but it is just fear. Asking a follow-up question has been forgotten. The weekend is treated like a fortress against the world. Thinking you are low energy, but actually just bored, fearing the messiness of real human emotions. An observer, documenting life but not living it. Thinking it is protecting peace, but it is just silence. Expecting friends to fill the void created by you. Judging people for being too loud. The door was never locked, the handle was just never turned. Finally realizing that perfect friends don't exist, only real ones do. Decide to be the friend you wish you had. Take the first scary step of saying hello. Unlock the fortress built around yourself. Plant a seed of connection, knowing it takes time to grow. Stop keeping score of who texted first. Allow yourself to be seen, flaws and all. Trade the armor for a welcome mat. Rejection is just redirection. Find beauty in the messy, imperfect human experience. Lower the bridge so others can cross. Stop waiting to be chosen and choose yourself. Invite someone in, even if the house isn't perfect. Realize that listening is the key to the lock. Accept that loneliness was a teacher, not a life sentence. Prepare an extra cup of tea, just in case. Step out of the frame and into the picture. Learn that your presence is a gift. The silence is finally broken by a friendly voice. You are ready to begin.